This is the Iron Trader. Now the pits closed here at 2:30 about 30 minutes ago. So we are going to review crude oil here and natural gas. At the end of the video, the support and resistance levels are posted. This video is for information purposes only, not a recommendation to buy, sell any stock, commodity, ETF. Please like, subscribe. Thanks for watching. All right, here we have crude oil daily, weekly, and your monthly chart. Now let's just take a look here on the daily first. All right. What we had here is a big red candle here on Friday, just like we had here. So usually when you get a candle like this, it just wants to go lower the next day. Same way with here, okay, all the way on down, unless you get a reversal candle like we had here and so far today, okay? So we knew when it opened up today, when we looked at it this morning, that it was really lower, okay, than what we were looking for. So we were right basically in line with this support level right here. So you had 77.17. That was your level. Now, it came all the way down here today, all the way down to the 76.79 level. So basically what I tell you to do is just always look to the left of the chart, okay? So when you had 77.56, okay, on Friday, well, we looked to the left of the chart here, and you had a low of 77.52. So you knew that was going to be support. If it didn't, then we followed the candles down. Same way we had here, you had 75.52. It went just a little bit lower than 75.54, but that was a nice double bottom situation, just like we had here. So today, what we did is we looked at this in 76.79. So what I did is I waited. I already seen it was lower. So this is the level I was looking at first. That's 77.17. And then I looked right over here at basically at the low here of 76.80. Okay, so we had 76.80. Today, what we have? 76.79. So it came within, down a penny, below of what this is. So that was a really nice support level. Again, if that got lost, then we just follow that 100-day at 76.44. That would have been the next support level, but obviously it held that key level here pretty much at that 76.80 level. Now, again, if you lose that 100-day, then we want to come to the bottom of this candle. You're looking at 75.84, and then we always look to the left here. You have that 75.52, 75.54, but you got the real strong key level of support here at 75.54 also. So that takes a level right across very nicely. So just draw that right across, okay? Very, very nice. And then level right above that, and then we have your 100-day. But this held off really, really nice, and I just waited very patiently here to see if that would hold, and then I took a scalp there on the UCO, which I'm actually still long on that trade. Okay, so I got in at 29.10. It got as low as 28.95. I gave it that little time to do a little correction, and then she's sitting right now at about 29.87. So we're still looking very, very good. We'll see here the rest of the day and after hours if I'm going to hold on to it or am I going to cut it loose. Okay, so let's look at the upside. So basically, it was 78.09, and what we have here is 77.99, and your 200 SMA 77.99. So right now, the price is actually above. Okay, you close at 78.09. So basically, your price is above the key 21-day and your 200-day, which we're always saying that's very, very critical. So that's what we want to watch here. Now, when the futures open at 6 p.m., just watch that 200-day and that 21-day. Basically, just watch the 77.99 to see if that holds. If it doesn't, then again, we just follow the candles down again. So you're just looking at that 77.56, 77.52 level, and then you have your 77.17, and then you can come down to today's low here, sitting at that 76.79. Now, here on the upside, you always want to watch today's high. You're looking at 78.47, very, very key. And then this is the level which we're looking for on the upside. That's 78.69. That's your 8 SMA. So when the futures open up here, we got to see where it goes. If you can get it back above this 8 SMA here, then what we are is now we're still in this trading range here, okay? So if you can get above that 70, then we just look to the left. 79, that's your target. We have a 78.28. That's your next target here. And then we come up here. You have 79.49 and 79.53. That's a nice level. And then we can come to the top of this candle. There's that 79.62. Okay, so realistically, when you look at the 53, you look at the 49 and the 62, you're right there. That's a nice, good level. And then right, because you notice where this one here came down to, So what you want to do then is just look at the top of this candle. That's at 77.99. And then we look here, 80.41, 80.67, and then your big retest, 80.45. Now, when this was trading here, we had that double bottom. This was for about 13 days here sideways, and you had to watch the top of this candle at 79.29. That was very, very key because basically we were just trading a box, okay? So if you just outline it, then when this candle broke up, now we have that nice 200-day and that 21-day here for support. Even though you came down here, you went lower here, it doesn't mean anything. Where you close is the key. When it comes all the way down here, that's where you look for your buying opportunities to take it up longer, okay? Or take it up higher, I should say. Okay, so that's what you want to look. But where it closed is very, very important. So now basically what we're doing is we're trading the upside box here. 80, 85 on the top here, and then we come down here to the bottom. So you're trading another box here. We got to see where this is all going to shake out. Now, today's only Monday, so realistically, if we can shoot back up here again, we could go sideways action just like we had here all the way. So today for me was a good trading action. I scalped the SCO because it took a lower low, and you could see once it started rolling and you start losing this candle here at 77.52, then you knew she was going to go lower. The question is you just didn't know where it was going to stop. That's why you just look for your support levels, 77.17, and then we look for 76.80, and then we look for your 100-day. Never made it down there, but it held that area there. Then you can get rid of the short, and then you take a long. Okay, so right now we just got to see when the futures open at 6 exactly where we're going to go. Now your RSI here looking good. Your MACD, your green close below your red here, but again we got to see if that's going to be reversed because this is look how nice and tight this is. You don't have that openness like you have right here. Your MACD here on your weekly looking good, and we're above that key level. So for the week on Friday, this is what you want to watch is that 77.81. You really want to hold that, by Friday's action. And then right below it here, we have this 77.23, and then you have your 21 SMA here. Now, if we can keep rolling up, if this can roll up, this 8-day can cross that 50-day, and that would be very, very bullish. Here on your monthly chart here, well, what you always want to watch is going to watch that 8 SMA, 79.37. That's going to give you some resistance. And then above that, you have that 79.86 here. But really that all just kind of flows right into this area right here. The key is for the month, if you like to get above that, then we can start layering it up because you can see here on a monthly time frame how this 8-day, see this 8-day? See how that's holding that all the way down? Yeah, you popped up, but when it came down, now look what we have here, okay? This is so you got to get above those simple moving averages. That is going to be the key here on the old Crude ski. So realistically, when the futures open tonight, here's what you want to watch, okay? Watch your 77.99. Very, very key level. As long as you can maintain, if not, we follow the candles down. So you just take your 77.52, okay? Then you take your 77.17, and then we take today's low at 76.79. That is your downside. The upside here is watch today's high, 78.47, and then 78.70, that 8 SMA. Very, very key. You need to get back above it, and then we can just start layering these candles in here until we get a retest of 80.85. Okay, let's take a look here at old Natty Gas. All right, here we have natural gas. Now, it really didn't change from this morning, okay? We had a low when I made the video, 1.751, and you made a high at 1.841. So it didn't really do anything, okay? Now, I didn't scalp any UNG today. I didn't see any kind of a trade. I got 3.5 points there out of that KOLD. I just did it once. I just scalped it once here. I didn't really see anything here like for a second scalp because it's really not doing anything here. That's the thing. So I figured, if you don't see the trade there, don't force it. Okay. See, a lot of traders, what they want to do is they think, oh, it's going here, it's going there. Let the charts tell you where it's going. If there's no trade, then you just move on to something else. Okay. Like crude oil was a really good trade today in both directions. So if the trade doesn't come to you, then just, don't worry about it. Okay. We just trade something else. But right here, okay, what we did, this is very, very key level, this 1.764. So right now, you're kind of holding it. You're sitting at 1.762, but this is very, very crucial level. You can see where it rallied up to 1.841, but you couldn't get to that right there, that basically 1.857. You just couldn't get to that, okay? So it came above, but now it looks like your 8-day is rolling over. So when the futures open here, you want to watch today's high, 1.84, and that low, 1.75. Now, if that does not hold, and this key level right here, this 1.76, does not hold, and you start shooting lower, then just follow the candles down. This is very, very key. Just look at the high of this, 1.73. That's your next support. Look at this level here. This is sitting at 1.71. You can see the line coming across, 1.71. Then what you do is you look to these two candles here. Okay, so you have 1.67 and 1.66. So you just take that line, come across, that'll be your next. And then what we do is look to the top of this candle, 1.63. And then if that doesn't work, then we come here, 1.59, 1.58, and then 1.52. So if you just put this little marker like I have on here, you can just draw the line right across so you know what the next support level is. But realistically, you need to hold this key 21 SMA here. Otherwise, this could go lower. Now, me, I have no position in natural gas at all. I'm done. I'm out. Okay. Crude, I am long. And I'm going to see how that's going to shake out. It just seems a little bit better trade going on right now. Now, again, if you can hold this 21, then what we do is we come up here to this 1.85. That is going to be very, very key. And if you can get above that, then we look at this 8 SMA right here. Okay, this is 1.908. So basically 1.91 is what we're looking. Now you can see last week, you had all week there, 5 days, and it went into the 8-day, couldn't do nothing. So we got to see here what's going to happen, but you got to close above it. That is the key. If you can close above it, then you can get this 2.0. That's your target here on the weekly. And then we ratchet it up, 2.12. And then here's what you're looking for is 2.16. And then we can start shooting up here at these other simple moving averages. But you look at that 21-day, you're on the downside, 8-day on the downside, 100-day on the downside. Not a good look, okay, for a bullish pattern, okay? So this was doing good here for a while. Ever since you had that sell-off, you had a bottom, and then we had a higher low, and it rallied up here nice, but it just couldn't hold it. But what I do like about this is your price is basically inside the price channels here, okay? So you have 2.0 on the top, 1.522 on the bottom, pretty much right there in the center of this action. I do like this price channel now that's coming down, okay, and now it's starting to level off. The key is right now you're playing pinball. Right there, 1.76 and then 1.857. So we got to see which direction that this is actually going to go in. Is it going to break down below this and then we find support levels down here, or is it going to break above this, hit that 1.85, go above it, and then take out this 1.908? So we got to see how it all shakes out here. Your RSI here is still bullish. Your MACD is bullish, green over your red. This here is pretty much the same. RSI, positive divergence still in play, looking good. There just really isn't any kind of an interest right now. It doesn't seem like it's doing anything because you had a very small range today of 1.75 and 1.84. So we're going to see how this is all going to shake out. Okay, let's take a look at an hourly and a 4-hour. Okay, when we look at your 4-hour chart here, okay, what we had here is this came, when it sold off, it held that 100 SMA. Nice. Then we had a big ass red candle here, and now look where we are. Now you're below that 100-day, so now that 100-day becomes resistance. So now you're looking at that 1.77. Then we're looking to the top of this candle, 1.789, and then we have your 8 SMA at 1.799, and then you can shoot to your 21-day, your 50-day, and then your 200 SMA. But when you look at this pattern here, see, this is why you just want to put these simple moving averages, okay? I use the 8-day, your 21-day, your 50 SMA here, right there, your green one, and then we have your 100-day and your 200-day. This is why you do it. Now look at where this spiked right on up, okay? But you couldn't close above that 100. Look here, how it just stopped it right in its tracks, okay? See how it is? Now, again, if you know this, how much money can you make if you know that this is going to run up? And if you don't close, then this is coming down, okay? So if you know that in advance, that gives you that edge that says, I know where this is going. So right here, you want to watch that 1.75. Again, if it's lost, come to the left of the chart. Look at the bottom of this candle, 1.71. You see that? That's a gap. and then we looked at the top of this candle, 1.66. Now that 1.71, that's support level. That's your first level. So if it holds that, then you can take it back up. If it doesn't, then we look to the gap fill right there, okay? 1.66, so gap and fill support levels, okay? Then if that's lost, we can follow the bottom of this candle here at 1.64, and then we can just follow this all the way on down here until you find a level of support, okay? So that's pretty much how you just trade the charts. Let the charts tell you where everything is going, okay? So realistically, what we had here on Friday, we had that low of 1.755, and then today we put that low in of 1.751. So you have a lower low, but which could have been a possible double bottom, but I just don't see unless you can get it back above this 8 SMA here. Now, you look at this 8 simple moving average. See, you went up, couldn't get through. Went up, went up, went up, and look how it's pushing it down. You need to close back above that 8 SMA here. Then you got a shot at the next level. Okay, but until it closes above the 8 SMA here, you're not getting that level. Okay, that's the key. That's why I say you want to put these SMAs on here, and that gives you a nice, good see where the resistance is on the level. So now what you want to do is you want to watch that 1.75. If that is lost here, then you look to the gap, then you look to the fill, and then we just keep following the candles down until we find those support levels. Okay, that's what I got for you on crude and natural gas. I'll be back tomorrow morning before 8 o'clock, and we'll do it all over again. All right, thanks for watching.